Thank you for watching Poetry in Motion with your host, Dee Freeman. Dee Freeman. Dee Freeman. Dee Freeman. Dee Freeman.
Have you been out today? This is beautiful. Life is beautiful. And I plan to enjoy every second that God allows me. Hello there. Thank you for being here with me. I'm Dee Freeman. And this is Poetry in Motion. And I've got some information for you today, as well as some poetry. So, tough women. Struggling, my God, why must we always have to struggle? Struggling to keep our heads lifted, struggling to keep our shoulders back and our feet on the righteous path. Tough women will carry all future to a bright tomorrow, and we will arrive victorious, either on her coattail, if necessary, or even clutching at her hem. She is and has been the foundation upon whose shoulders we've always stood. Rising to new heights, though leaning from the pressure, the weight of the challenges, utter mobility has been the desired goal of the tough women in my life, lifting the burdens of family, race, and nation. Tough women have climbed monstrous obstacles, striving over racism, hatred, scorn. Tough women have kept it together and reached many times without the help of love, companionship of her mate, or the help of anyone. The tough women of my past have ensured the tough women of today, like me, will move forward and become the tough women of tomorrow. So, here we come to save the day, the mighty, mighty tough women. Yeah, we're on the way. All right. So my information that I have for you today is on a lovely lady, Elizabeth Catlin. Okay, that's not a picture of her. That's one of her paintings. And she has a marvelous story. If I can find it here, not sure what happened to it, but here it is. Elizabeth Catlett, Catlett, or Elizabeth Catlett Mora, was born in 1915, and she passed away in 2012. She was an African-American sculptor and graphic artist, best known for the depictions of the Black American experience in the 20th century, which was often focused on the female experience. She was born and raised in D.C. to parents working in education and was the grandchild of former slaves. It was difficult for a Black woman at that time to pursue a career as a working artist, but she devoted much of her career to teaching. However, in 1946, she was granted a fellowship that enabled her to travel to Mexico, where she worked at the Tala de Grafica Popular for 20 years, and she became the head sculptor at the Escuela Nacional Arts Plástica. In 1950, her main means of artistic expression shifted from the print to mostly sculpture. Her work is a mixture of abstract and figurative in modernistic tradition, with influence from the African diaspora and Mexican art tradition. Catlett's work can be described as social realism because of her dedication to the issues and experiences of the African Americans. The main purpose of her work is to convey social messages rather than the pure aesthetic. So she received many awards and recognitions, including membership in the Salon Plástica of Mexicana, the Art Institute of Chicago Legends and Legacy Award, the honorary doctorates from several colleges, Pace University and Carnegie Mellon, and the International Sculptors Center's Lifetime Achievement Award in Contemporary Sculpture. Catlett's sculptures are known for being provocative, but her prints are more widely recognized. Sculptures range in size and scope from the small wood figures, similar to the one that I have here, and, to the monumental works in public squares and gardens. Her sculpture of Louis Armstrong that's in New Orleans is 10 and a half feet. Excuse me. She also has Sojourner Truth in Sacramento that's 7.5 feet. And excuse me, I've got to get a drink here. Some of the major influences include African and Hispanic Mexicans' art traditions. Her works do not explore individual personalities per se, but they convey abstracted and generalized ideas and feelings. Her imagination arises from a scrupulously honest dialogue with herself on her life and perceptions, and between herself, she says, the other, which is the contemporary society's belief and practices of racism, classism, and sexism. Many young artists study her work as a model for themes that are relating to gender, race, and class, but she's relatively unknown to the general public. Her work revolved around themes such as social injustice, the human condition, historical figures, women, and the relationship between mother and child, which is one of the sculptures that I have sitting in front of me, are mother and child. And this is similar to the one that I saw online for her and her displays that she had. So her work is sensitive material, some of it, the sensitive images, to confrontational symbols of Black power, portraits of Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, and even the writer Phyllis Wheatley. She believed that art can play a large role in construction of transnational and ethnic identity. Her best-known works depict the Black woman as a strong and maternal figure. The women are voluptuous, with broad hips and shoulders, in positions of power and confidence, often with torsos thrust forward to show attitude. All right. So her mother and child shows a young woman with short hair and features similar to the Gabon mask. A later work, The Bather, has a similar subject flexing her triceps. The lino cut series, The Black Woman Speaks, is among the first graphic series in Western art to depict the image of the African American woman as a heroic and complex human being. Her work was influenced by the Harlem Renaissance movement, the Chicago Black Renaissance in the 1940s, and reinforced in the 1960s and 70s with the influence of the Black Power, Black Arts movement, and feminism. She stated of her time at TGP, which is the Tala Grafica Popular, "I learned how to use my art for the service of people, struggling people, to whom only realism is meaningful." Catlett was more concerned in the social messages of her work than the aesthetics, as I mentioned before. She said, "I have always wanted my art to service my people, to reflect us, to relate to us, to stimulate us, to make us aware of our potential." She was a feminist and an activist before these movements, the current movements, ever took shape, pursuing a career in art despite the segregation and the lack of female role models. She said, "I don't think art can change things, but I think writing can do more. But art can prepare people for change. It can be educational and persuasive in people's thinking." She also acknowledges her artistic contributions as influencing the younger Black woman. She relayed that being a Black woman sculptor before was almost unthinkable. There were only a few Black women sculptors in her day, maybe 5 or 6, and they all have very tough circumstances to overcome. You can be a Black woman, a sculptor, a printmaker, a teacher, a mother, a grandmother, and keep a house. It takes a lot of doing, but you can do it. All you have to do is decide to do it. Those were some good words, some good advice. Her series on the Negro woman, dated back in 1946 and 47, is a series of 15 linoleum cuts that highlight the experience of discrimination and racism that African American women were facing at the time. And this is one of the lino cuts, as it's called. And this particular one is of an early depiction of a strong Black woman. This is the sharecropper. It was done in 1952. It's currently displayed at the Detroit Museum. These series that she made highlighted the strength and heroism of women, including the historically prominent African American woman Harriet Tubman and Phyllis Wheatley. So when I initially saw this particular lino cut from Ms. Catlett, I thought it was Sojourner Truth, but it's not. It's just a brave Black woman who back in the day was a sharecropper. And the comical thing I thought when I saw it was the big safety pin right in the front of her garment. But she was a very talented person, because you can see all the details of our lips and our nose and our broad cheeks. Very, very impressive, very impressive. So, because today I'm focusing mostly on women, the black woman, I have another piece here called Righteous Woman. My first piece was the tough woman. Now I've got the righteous woman. Nobody knows, nobody understands, nobody cares how the strong black woman with a long-reaching remembrance who come down from that long line of tough, righteous women make it. Nobody knows how we can keep on pushing and praying. Nobody knows how we can make it through murdered sons, how we can make it through broken-hearted grief, how we can make it through sleepless nights. But the righteous women are pushing and praying for all black men, for all black boys, pushing and praying for our future, praying they return home safely, praying they once again escape that aimlessly blind, life-canceling bullet shot out on purpose into our neighborhoods to boomerang and end our existence. We're pushing harder, praying louder, standing stronger, nullifying any and all evil intent. Banding together, women, we will bring about a sane peace, for we are on the right side. We, the righteous women, we profess and claim it that the devil is a lie. He's outnumbered, for our plan is to damn him and all he tries to do at the expense of our righteousness. All right. The righteous woman. I have another piece called The Only a Woman. Let's see, maybe I should read Respecting Women. Respecting women who are God's gift to humanity. We, women with our big loving hearts, care so much. We give of ourselves willingly through every gentle touch. We open our hearts, pumping love that lasts forever. Our nature, we want to be there for our family, for everyone. We want to be everything, everywhere, for everyone to gently nurture. As humanitarians, we're dear to our loved one's heart, yet we must not forget to set aside some time for ourselves so we're healthy and we can still be around to impart all this love. Our purpose should be godlike, I'd say, doing his bidding with a clean heart, being connected and thriving on his power each day, for as pillars working and playing and striving together, we'll leave nothing undone, because what we do is we try to make everything better. Women, ladies, we see we have much work to do, or a challenge or two, getting us back on track as only God's humanitarians can do. Though beautiful, proud, intelligent, and gifted, we've known heartaches, we've known pain, and a lot of strife. Yet our truth reveals, as this gift to humanity, we create our own well-being for a healthy, desired life. We thrive on interaction. Thus, women of God, I salute you as we encourage and push on and prod. We try to show our children and all who will listen they cannot sit idle. They must take a stand. We challenge them to be their best, yet we're happy, always happy to lend a helping hand. We angels are here to mend the hearts, the heads, the hands, and the head. Let's keep moving, improving as we're thus led. We'll keep shining, lighting the way in our community. We keep prayed up, working to provide pride and unity. We keep teaching the children, always trying to reach them. We keep empowering them with love. We'll always shower them. We keep laughing with them, though sometimes we have to cry. We keep providing for them, though at times, boy, we can only just sigh. We keep gently scolding and wonderfully molding, for as we shape our children, we so shape the world. For we are enlightening their lives. Hopefully, we're an effective role model. We're guardians, mothers, caregivers, sharing our matured insight. We'll always keep loving them, our future, and we pray mightily for them that everything turns out right. So know, gifted women, charged with favor and powerful tasks, our purpose is to craft the great legacy within our grasp. Our strong sisterly bond we are always to maintain, moving forward with purpose and linked to the Almighty's name. We walk in destiny, healthy, strong, and in control. So let's no longer sit, wait, watch, hope, and pray, but be about action, being genuine and bold. We know that bad things happen, and yeah, we just can't let it go, and it won't go just up and go away. We must get up. We must get out. We must get hyped and get into gear, taking action to ensure tomorrow will be that better day and we'll make it here. With our strong faith, we resolve to work hard to set all things right. We'll continue to unite and embolden our fight. We'll build confidence and heighten our intelligence. We'll utilize, galvanize, and mobilize our sphere of influence. We'll embrace and celebrate, uplift and elevate. We'll educate and invigorate. And most of all, we try to motivate. We'll connect, honor, and protect. And to each other, we'll always love and respect. So let's vow to love each other, sister, for we are all that God has, because we are his gift to humanity. All right. We women, we are God's gift to humanity. We're the angels that he placed here to take care of everybody. So you must take care of yourself as well. So I've got a few minutes left. Let me read this one. The years. Where did they go? Where does it ever go? Time, the multitude of moments. So let's take note. The evidence is here. Time goes by, but it leaves an array of evidence behind, like on your face, on your body, on your mind. It came, I changed. It ticks, but I mostly talk. It ticks on, taking with it the youthful, spry, hopeful girl. It takes the black from my curls, the very hope of more days ahead than behind. Actions I no longer master with time. I've resigned much for faded memories, slowing steps, dimming sight, interfacing recalls. It's tried to spread my hips, but my true genes ain't having that. Yet I'm duly holding my own, one breath at a time. For time's got a lot more anniversaries to bring my way before me and God give in, give up, or even give out. So I say to Father Time, hey, take your time. I'll be waiting and celebrating until the last talk chimes. For this is one thing I can say. Oh, just old Father Time, just leave me behind. And only a woman, a supreme truth about this angelic creation. I believe the real story of our beginning in the garden downplayed the role of a rib maker, the woman. Year after year, the merit of our input is minimized. For you see, wise men can see how mankind relies on unencumbered mother wit to simply navigate life. Propped upon Eve's shoulders since life's inception, humanity, man has excelled because the woman has whispered the answers in his ear, or literally called all the plays. Sometimes she just points. So holding true, for behind every good man, there is a good woman leading. Don't you know? Yeah. Sometimes I do. I just point. Where is it? Sometimes that's what you have to do. Help them out. So, we want to dream like Martin, lead like Harriet, fight like Malcolm, write like Maya, speak like Frederick, dare like Shirley, think like Garvey, and that's my time. Educate like W.E.B., challenge like Rosa, inspire like Obama. But not only that, let us stand like Dunny, serve like Kamala, promote like Tyler, organize like Fannie Lou, march like John, uplift like Larry, collaborate like Jesse, become like Michelle, articulate like Carnell, touch like Oprah, aspire like Thurgood. So let's go forth and, prosper. Okay. For God has a purpose for your pain, a reason for your struggles, a gift for your faithfulness, eternity for your soul. So don't give up. Be proud. Be productive. And by all means, be blessed. God has a purpose for your life, a reason for your struggles, and a plan for your faithfulness. So be proud. Be productive. And by all means, be blessed.